I thought applying knowledge of self was to change self and shit, man. Or maybe I was a fool thinking that. Maybe I'm the only one who took this shit serious like this. Damn, maybe I'm the only one who thought and shit that it was a bad thing and shit to be motherfucking hating on and shit and being divided and shit amongst your brothers and sisters. Maybe I'm the one who thought that was a bad thing. Maybe I was the fool. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm the one who thought that this shit was supposed to be taking us in the way so we can free ourselves and shit. But I see the way we going and shit, we would free ourselves and shit and then end up knocking each other the fuck off. Oh, don't mind me and shit. I'm just in my thoughts. Real talk, don't mind me. That's the way this shit looked to me and shit. We be done freed ourselves and shit and then end up killing each other. Or motherfuckers continue to motherfucking gangbang and shit in a whole nother way and shit. As I said, I'm with the shits and shit. I'm willing to get out there and shit, and put my life on the line and shit, but I'm not gonna do it by my damn self. I'm wishing to do the things that it takes and shit to go out here and clean up the motherfucking community. I'm wishing to do that. I'm really wishing to go out here and do it and shit, but I can't do it by my damn self. I ain't equipped to do it and shit. I'm getting old. But I'm not mentally equipped and shit to want to just be so quick to pull up on one of my brothers, especially over some fucking information and shit. What the fuck is going on here? How can this be? How in the fuck can you go from fucking breaking down some historical shit, talking about their ancient ancestors, and then you ready to crack somebody's motherfucking head, man? This is the type of shit I was seeing going down in the hood over dice games and shit. Niggas motherfucking cheating the dice in. Or, over lusting over somebody's motherfucking girl or some shit like that. Or finding out niggas is sneaky. This is the type of shit I was seeing. Like, man, what the fuck is going on and shit? Man, I'm still seeing this shit and shit amongst the motherfuckers. Like, God, man. Oh, man. Or maybe it's just me and shit. Maybe I'm just the one on some whole other shit, man. For real. Maybe just, like I said, don't mind me and shit, man. It's probably just another one of these mental sessions of mine. I think on this shit, though, I can't seem to figure it out and shit. Like, I know me personally and shit. Like, if a motherfucker, if I don't fuck with him, I even do it in real life. I even do this shit in real life. You know what I'm saying? If I don't fuck with a motherfucker, I'm not fucking with him. I'm not interested in any information about them. I'm not looking forward to seeing what they got going on or what they talking about and who they loving and who they want to be hugging and all that. I don't give a fuck about none of that if I'm not fucking with somebody. I separate myself completely and shit. I don't understand why is it so hard to do on this internet. Why is it so hard to do on the internet? Like, why do someone, that's why I say I be questioning this shit. Like, what in your consciousness and shit, or what, I don't know whether to call it a part, a level, a frequency, like what, what dimension or, what area or body, side chain, you know what I'm saying, in that come with consciousness that has you, that keeps you motivated to and inspired to, to personally go somewhere that you don't like and be around people who you don't fuck with. What part of, what area of the consciousness is that? Where do you fucking, how can you, break it down to, to the level where, you know, where it's really plain to see. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't fuck with somebody that is not your kind of people, that ain't your peoples, if that ain't your mans in them, that ain't your folks, if that ain't your cup of tea, your shot of Henny, your 6-pack of Corona, your motherfucker sweet as Fruitopia. If it ain't your shit, then why the fuck do you keep tapping into it? What the fuck? Why the fuck is you over? Even like I said, I do this shit in real life. Very simple. I show love to everybody and shit, whether if I agree or disagree and shit when it comes to information. But if it's on some shit that I know I'm totally not fucking with and that ain't the message I'm looking for, or that's definitely not my kind of shit, I'm not going over there to their channel. I'm not going to their Facebook page. I'm not looking forward to trying to follow them on Instagram. I'm not stopping over there in the area where they be doing their teaching. I'm not looking forward to none of that shit because that ain't my kind of shit. I'm not gonna make it my business to go over there and try to expose anything or get in any motherfucking argument with somebody and shit when I know that ain't even my kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna stay far away from a motherfucker who I don't fuck with. And I'm definitely not gonna be interested in shit and trying to keep up with what the fuck they doing and shit. After that point, once it gets to the point and shit where I don't fuck with them no more, if we gotta get to that level and shit, I mean, like it ain't gotta be personal. Like I say, I can carry this shit even into the YouTube world, motherfucker, social media, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, whatever fucking account that I choose to set up and shit. If I see some shit that just ain't my mom, if it ain't floating my boat, hey, it's all good on their end, but I'm not making it my business and shit to go up there and stir up shit. I'm not going to go light no motherfucking fire where it don't need to be lit. And it's just plain and simple to me and shit. That's what I say. I don't understand this shit sometimes. I say, what part of motherfucking being conscious or being awake, but this is the titles that people lash to themselves and shit, which puts them in a self appointed position to teach or to be, not even necessarily to teach, but even they put themselves in a self-appointed position to be the one to prove somebody wrong, or to be the one to just be like, oh no, this is the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, I hear you and shit. But no, this is what it's really saying. Or this is what is how you really look at it. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, that yeah, I can get where you're going with that and shit, but the real understanding is right here. This is self-appointed shit. These the motherfuckers and shit. These self-appointed motherfuckers and shit be the ones and shit that motherfucking put themselves in that pedestal and shit to be the motherfuckers to be right all the time. There's no humbling moment with them, And that's why they make it their business and shit to go around and shit and try to shit on everyone and shit who make it their business and shit to say anything outside of what they got going on. That's how I go down. This when all the bullshit starts and shit. And then motherfuckers they get spiritually and emotionally ass hurt that someone don't agree or someone won't submit. You know, that's why I told y'all the shit, man. Nate, man, point out one battle, put the link in the chat and shit. Show me one battle, one debate when it came to this information, and someone actually said, "Yeah, you right. My information was wrong." There is no motherfucker right or wrong with this shit. That's what I say. Like, motherfuckers is doing this shit for kudos. You know, a lot of motherfuckers is doing this shit for popularity and shit and clout, donations. You know, a lot of motherfuckers' goals is so they can so they can do some monetizing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking anyone who needs to, you know, to make something happen for themselves. I'm not speaking on it in that light. I'm speaking on it on the information standpoint and shit. You know, you're talking about a people who, in your message that you put out, is a people who need help. This is your main fucking purpose of trying to teach everybody and shit, because you don't put yourself in the position and shit to be the one who sees everyone need help. You know, you done made it your fucking business and shit to go out here and shit and be the one who's helping motherfuckers and shit, you know, with the information and shit, you know. I'm telling y'all gotta get with this. This is that shit. That motherfucker, that motherfucker pineapple, mango, and green bean and spinach is right. Shit is right. This is some shit for your ass. Real talk. This is like just the perfect blend and shit. You know, I can do this. This is right. But yeah, the motherfuckers and shit who be doing this shit, they be the ones and shit who's looking to be famous within the motherfucking the YouTube world, you know, the social media world. They looking to be famous. So, you know, and with that chip on their shoulder and with that mentality, it brings about certain expectations and shit of how they want the things to swing when it comes to all the action and the thrills that comes with the debates and the, you know, the live disagreements and arguing and shit like that. Like, you know, it would never be a problem and shit. You know, all that shit is good when you really think about it and shit. Motherfuckers love some goddamn attention and drama. They love to be entertained. That shit is good, you know. But if it got a result into motherfuckers talking about, nigga, send me a location, motherfucker, and I'm ready to pull up, you bitch ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? And totally shutting the woman out where the women can't even, her voice can't be heard, because the niggas is barking, you know, the dogs is barking so loud and shit that the women can't even be heard. You see what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, and you know, and they barking so loud and shit, but the message that's coming out ain't impacting nobody. It ain't uplifting nobody and shit. It's about to get somebody hurt, somebody killed. And the next thing you know, and shit, the community after that and shit gonna be coming up off of somebody's demise. They're gonna have a live chat going on or some type of video that's gonna go viral as hell and shit because somebody done killed somebody talking about this shit. Went from motherfucking information to motherfucking first degree murder. Second and third degree assaults, attempted manslaughter. Motherfucking trespassing, all types of shit. All types of shit, motherfucker. Like, this shit can get stupid over some fucking information and shit. Not over the motherfucking police and shit over there, motherfucker jacking your motherfucking nieces and nephews up and putting bad records on their names and shit like that. You ain't ready to go there with them. You ready to go there with your own brother and sister and shit. Here we is and shit trying to call ourselves and shit, doing a good thing. Call ourselves doing something good for the community and shit. Bringing out intelligence again. Making being smart sexy again. You know what I'm saying? We making being knowledgeable the shit again. You know what I'm saying? But right along with it and shit, you want to continue the murder. You want to continue the beef and shit. You want to continue all that shit. You want to have your reality TV shows right here and shit amongst you, trying to better yourselves and shit. I just don't see how. I just don't see how that shit fucking mixes and shit. It just don't mix to me. For real. It don't mix to me and shit. You know what I'm saying? To me, like I seen all this shit when I was in the streets and shit. And my motherfucking early and mid and late teens and the majority of my 20s and shit like that. Yeah, this is the same shit I was involved in and witnessing and always seeing. I'm starting to see all the motherfucking time and shit within the motherfucking social media world in the conscious community and shit. I'm starting to see this shit again as if nobody's changing. You know what I'm saying? Only thing is changing the shit is motherfuckers is just learning some information and shit. You starting to have more shit. Like, is that what it is and shit? Motherfuckers just learn this information and shit just so they can have one up on their bro. Nigga, I know a little more than you, nigga, but I still kill you. Yeah, nigga, I'm smarter than you and shit, nigga, but I still kill you. Don't get it twisted. The fuck, man. That's what this shit is showing me and shit. Like, if motherfuckers just doing this shit just so they can be, called they self smart in a world of dumb motherfuckers or some shit, You want to be the king of something and shit, man. Did you figure out that you can get paid to do this shit or something? Did you stop selling drugs to start selling knowledge? You know what I'm saying? Did you make that kind of change in your life and shit? With the motherfucking energy and shit for you to motherfucking knock somebody the fuck off and shit, you still hold on to that and shit. That's the energy that's supposed to be directed toward the motherfuckers and shit who been systematically enslaving our motherfucking ass. That's the energy we supposed to have. Every time one of the motherfucking police and shit ride down the street and shit, or you see them over there motherfucking fucking up or, unrighteously and shit or unlawfully and shit, mistreating and shit, one of our motherfucking peoples and shit, supposed to have that same energy and shit to roll up on their motherfucking ass and shit and get their ass that motherfucking business. Pull up, like you said. On some real shit. You still ready to carry that shit the same way with your motherfucking own brothers and sisters and shit over some fucking information and shit. We're talking about pyramids and then you ready to crack my motherfucking head open. You ready to ride to a whole nother motherfucking state and shit to get into some physical altercation with somebody and shit over a conversation that had to be talking about your ancestors. A certain religion that somebody believes in and shit. Some shit that you call yourselves and shit, trying to wake up and shit and become conscious and shit. And then you ready to drive across the world and shit and meet somebody face to face and shit, just so altercation will go down. And somebody lose a motherfucking life. The fuck, man. Real talk. I can't do nothing but laugh at this shit. I ain't laughing at the shit because it's funny. I'm laughing at the shit. I see the shit. The motherfuckers still foolish. Real talk. Motherfuckers are still foolish in their ways and shit. I try to keep it my age. I'm not with all that crazy shit, man. I told y'all how I really feel and shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit for real. What's important to me and shit is how we gonna sustain each other's motherfucking lives and shit. On some real shit. How we gonna sustain my life, my children's life and all that shit. I would love to be able to motherfucking know that and be confident in knowing that I can do that. That's what's important to me. Not go. I've been stopped going down that road and shit and trying to read somebody's motherfucking book just so I can argue with somebody or somebody else's motherfucking rights. I came off that long time ago. I'm really not trying. I'm not interested in going backwards and shit. If I was really interested in that shit, I'd be trying to focus hard as hell and shit on how to rewind my whole goddamn life. Not trying to be finding out and shit where the fuck what was going on 3,000 years ago. Let me try to redo my motherfucking life. I on some real shit. That's what I say, like I tell y'all, I'm gonna have a grand one regardless and shit, man. No matter what the fuck is going down and shit, man. I'm not letting nothing and shit fucking get me out of my motherfucking high energy that I've been riding on and shit. Motherfuckers riding on high horses. I'm riding on high energy. Some real shit. You can stay on that motherfucking horse. You can stay on that motherfucker. I'll stay on this motherfucking energy. I'm riding on high vibrations and shit like that. You can stay on that motherfucking horse. For real. That's why you always be involved in some shit. That's why you always find yourself and shit in the center of attention and shit on the good and bad. Be some good shit sometimes, but you got to take that bullshit that come along with it too. It's part of the game. I take that. Real talk. I'm not riding on that shit though. I'm saying I acknowledge my ancestors because I'm here. Real talk. I acknowledge my ancestors because I'm here. That is why I acknowledge them. No, I'm not trying to go back and relive their life. If I'm trying to go back and relive anybody's life, I'm trying to go back and relive mine. It's real shit. And do a whole lot of other shit and do a whole lot of shit that I did I wouldn't do. I make different decisions. I probably will do things different, or at least hope, find out a way to try to. But I'm not trying to go back no motherfucking 40,000 and all that shit years and talk about some shit. You know what I'm saying? That I wasn't even fucking part of. That's some real shit. And I said, like, it's, the only way I will be able to even be confident in trying to go back that far is if we had a fucking time machine. Some shit like that. Yeah, it's some shit where I can go back and experience it. I've learned to come to the grips of my reality. I'm trying to get a grip on my reality and shit. Real talk. All that other shit, you're trying to prove somebody else and shit, that ain't you. Just as simple as that. That's my mind on it. It ain't you. Now, I know. It probably was your uncle, one of your aunts, maybe a grandpappy or something like that, maybe a pop. Yeah, that probably was one of your nanas. You know what I'm saying? It probably was. It's all good. It ain't you though. Where you is right here, right now. You're right here, right now. And I'm experiencing all the shit that I see in my life and in others' lives and shit that's in my life right now. And I look at all this shit and I observe all this shit and I'm trying to fix this shit right now. The shit that was going on in the past, that's what it is. It's the past. It's over. It's past tense. And to fix what's going on right now. Trying to get a grip of what's going on right now. I kind of see it as we facing many problems and shit that is totally different than what our ancestors facing and shit, dealing with our lives right now. And trying to keep going back and proving this shit. And that shit keep people in the mix. and keep a lot of the shit going and shit. That's to say, like you can get rid of a lot of those problems, and you can alleviate a lot of the debates. You can alleviate a lot of the motherfucking so-called decodings and decipherings and speaking on things that someone has to close their eyes and think and use their imagination and shit in order to really like see what you're talking about and shit like that. You know, you can alleviate a whole lot of shit like that by just speaking on what you experience and what you know. You know, that's all. That's all there is to it and shit, you know. And if everyone can't identify with it, then it's all good. Move on. Move on. The world is too big to be stuck in one place. Move on. Mentally, the world is too big to be stuck in one place. Move on. That's like a motherfucker should say, I ain't walking through that yard no more and shit. Every time I walk through that yard and shit, I step in dog shit. Every time I walk in that yard, I step in dog shit. But a motherfucker just keep walking through the yard. I can just keep walking through the yard and shit, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just, taking it an extra 20 steps to bend that block and shit and get to where you need to go and shit. You rather take the chance of cutting through that yard and shit, and there's a high chance and shit that you're gonna step in dog shit. Oh man, this shit is very simple and shit, It's very simple and shit. You go to the store and shit, you order some shit from a Chinese place and shit, they fuck your shit up, you get food poisoning and all that shit. Are you going back to there and shit and order from them people again? Yeah, you went over there and shit and got you a motherfucker, such and such, and then John gave you a motherfucking virus and shit, and you had the shits, and you were throwing up at the same time and shit. As soon as you get yourself back together and shit, you pick up the phone and call them peoples and shit and get some shit door dashed again. Mm-hmm. I say the shit is simple. Like you say, how it go was how my nana used to say that shit. Oh, I ain't gotta tell you. You know what it is. And what's understood ain't gotta be explained. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not gonna waste my time explaining shit to you because you should mm-hmm. You already know what it is. Real talk. Like, yeah, let's see who I got. Rashawn in the building. What's good? Rashawn, let me say that right. What's good? Peace and salutes. So, let me see. I ain't even planning to be on here too long and shit, but let me put the link in the chat and shit just in case somebody wants. I got a few. Yeah, I got a few. And I'm gonna make me another motherfucking action. Hey, let me get back to this pineapple. Let me get back to this motherfucking pineapple and shit. Real talk. Like, yeah, though, I definitely ain't gonna be the one who keep walking through the yard that I know and shit. There's a lot of dog shit. No, I won't be tracking that shit up in my house and shitting all over my motherfucking carpet again. No, I won't. Because I learned through the experience that is not the right decision to be made. It's really that simple and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, why do we You know, why do we make it our way? I ain't gonna say we, because I'm not a part of this shit. I don't do no stupid shit like this, right? I don't make it my business and shit to go on anybody's shit and dislike their shit. I don't make it my business to go on anybody's shit and comment some shit on their shit if I don't agree with them. You know, it's just me. I don't do these things. You know what I'm saying? If someone I am subscribed to or I am following, you know, or we are friends, connected somehow on any internet platform, and they constantly talk about things or stuff that's just so fucking disrespectful to me in any type of way, and I just can't fuck with it, I'm unsubscribing. I'm not gonna go on their shit and just try to throw a fucking hate on such and such parade. You know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody, let's go down here and shame this nigga. Let's go over here and get at this nigga and shit. This nigga's a coward. This nigga's a motherfucking fraud. This shit, this motherfucking shit. Everybody and shit, y'all all need to see this shit. Everybody need to know that this motherfucker's a faggot. Everybody need to know that this motherfucker's a bitch. Everybody need to know this and that and shit. Nah, I don't do all that. I never been with the in crowd. I roll dolo, baby. I do me, real talk and shit. And part of doing me and shit is not going through that yard that I know is full of dog shit. On some real shit. Like, man, fuck all that. I'm not taking my mouth. I'm not wasting any of my time or energy or mental peace to bring about any disturbance and shit if I don't have to. You know? I'm to the point now and shit like I don't even think a motherfucker would call me out and shit because I don't give a motherfucker a reason to call me out. And even if a motherfucker would call me out and shit, I wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't give a shit. Some real shit. You know? I got other shit to worry about and shit. It's motherfucker who don't know me. A motherfucking shit who ain't helping motherfucking do anything for my motherfucking children. Helping motherfucking buy any of my motherfucking fruits or vegetables and no shit like that. Buying any of my motherfucking oil of oregano or black seed and all that shit. My motherfucking salsa, my sea moss and all that. Now, man, I'm not wasting my motherfucking time or energy on none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about them. You can hate or be in strife, be in contention. If you mad, motherfucker, then go put your cape on, motherfucking fly around this motherfucker bit mad, motherfucker. You can be super motherfucking mad. Put a cape on and put the motherfucking M on your chest and call yourself super mad. Put the M with the little at symbol. I don't even know what you call that motherfucker and shit. The little at sign and shit. Put the M on your chest with the little at sign and shit. Greedy vegan. And put your motherfucking cape on and fly around motherfucking Metropolis and shit. Everybody knows shit. Superman at the greedy. Because I don't give a fuck about that shit. You got some information for a motherfucker and shit. You got some information for me and shit that's gonna be beneficial to sustainment of life. We can build on that and shit. Real talk. But all the other shit to where you want to get personal and get, spiritually and mentally ass hurt over some shit to where you want to lash out at me, dog. It's all good, player. I'm just living life and shit in my own little circumference of peace and shit. I I stay out of them realms and shit. I don't cheerlead. I don't be on the sideline with no pom poms and shit. Go such a go go get 'em go that's right get 'em yeah Nah, I don't do none of that shit. I ain't fucking with none of that. Hell no. I don't condone and no motherfucking beats and shit because I done been around real beats and shit. I don't, I know what it leads to and shit. So I don't play with that type of shit seriously, And then at this point of stage in my life, I don't play with shit like that. I take that type of shit real heavy. That's serious shit. But at this stage in my life, I shouldn't even be in no shit like that. At this mentality that I have, that I've grown in myself, I can't even imagine me beefing with anybody unless they trying to harm one of my motherfucking kids or something. Unless they trying to hurt one of my damn family members and shit. Unless they trying to do anybody's wrong that's close to me and shit and that I have a love for and shit. Anybody that's riding for me, I'm gonna ride for them and shit. But all this other dumb shit, man, especially over some fucking information, over some information on shit. Even in the joint life and shit, say, man, I not over no cornbread, man. Man, y'all niggas ready to have it up over not over no cornbread. Not over no. Man, let me put this link in the chat and shit, man. Yeah. I just ain't ready to act stupid as a motherfucker, man. I'm not going in. I'm not getting into no motherfucking verbal disrespect, altercation. I'm not cussing nobody out, unless it's someone close to me that deserves. And it's the due season for them to, to just get that, get that spiritual or that conscious, mental, whatever you want to call it, get that smoke. They can get that. And at the proper time, indeed so. You know what I'm saying? But not on them motherfucking internet shit over some motherfucker talking over some goddamn keyboard or talking through a motherfucking camera or microphone and shit in a whole nother state or country. What? Is this crazy? I think I've grown out of that a long time ago. The link in the chat and shit, go fill up my motherfucking cup with that motherfucking fruit and veggie that is. He said no motherfucking drink today, not no drink. Y'all don't want me to sip no drinking shit. It don't take much for me to get, because I don't drink. I can handle mine now, but it don't take much. I sip some drinking shit. I'm gonna come on here and act a motherfucker. Would that be the day you see me acting fool and shit? Act like, but yeah. Let's see. Real talk though and shit though. I ain't fucking with you. I definitely wouldn't be taking it there with nobody on no motherfucking internet. Hell no. That's how I'm thinking motherfuckers be doing this shit, man, for views, for clout, for subscribers and shit. I guess they figured it out and shit, like motherfuckers like drama, so we're gonna sell some. The capitalistic mind state most have, OG, what's good, OG?
What's good? Much love, much respect to everybody. What's good, my brother, Greedy? I fell into that trap. I'm gonna say this real quick, because me, I try to keep things respectfully. I may cut in on people, but I apologize. I don't do it purposely. But everybody in the community know I'm a nice guy.
Right.
I may be disrespectful, but I'm not disrespectful.
Yeah.
And I hated to do that to that bill last night because that's not me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to hurt nobody, not even a fucking dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like I said, I apologize to everybody except for that one person, because I feel I don't owe them no apology. I owe y'all an apology for getting out of character. But I didn't do nothing wrong to nobody. I always give respect and love wherever I go.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I might don't have the book knowledge, but I have the life experience. And that's all I try to give people. My life experience. I ain't claim to be no teacher. I'm a student.
Right.
But in my house, I'm a teacher.
Right.
In my house.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I just wanted to, apologize. Like, I ain't for the arguing. I ain't for the fighting. How can I put it? Like I said, I respect everybody because I want that respect back. And my wife will tell you, I demanded that respect in real life because I'm going to give you that same respect.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it won't be, I'll get off of this job before I argue with somebody over the internet because not that I'm running, it's just I ain't doing it. I'm bigger than that. So I just wanted to thank you for allowing me up here, my brother, and let me say what I had to say.
Oh yeah, you already know what it is and shit, OG. Closest road though. But hell yeah, man. You just said it though and shit though. You just said it and shit though. Like that's what I picked up. That was what I picked up. That's what I said. I thought consciousness came with change. You know what I'm saying? This is what I picked up and what I realized and me realizing that I was conscious and shit is I started to think before I did shit and before I say shit when it wasn't like that at first. My mouth would get me in trouble and shit. I would get in fights and shit like that because I would say certain shit out of my mouth. And I wasn't thinking, you do something and think about it later. That's how I was. So I started to change and shit. And I started to think first now and shit. So I think about a whole lot of shit and I've been doing it for a long time and shit. And it's not about how you say being or even worried about the world looking at you or trying to consider someone soft or consider someone scared, consider someone a bitch. All the bullshit that come with the reputations and the shenanigans of the regular scheduled programming, all the bullshit. You are able to say fuck all that and shit, man. That's just not my kind of shit. That ain't my shit. That's just not my thing. I don't get into that shit. That's not my frequency. That ain't my energy and shit. That's not the level I'm trying to stay at or where I'm even trying to get to. So that's just a wise decision and shit. But that's what I be saying and shit, like in this community and shit and amongst people and shit on social media and shit. I don't be around motherfuckers and shit, man, who's really not conscious. Let me say that. I don't do that and shit. You know what I'm saying? I go to work, of course, and shit. So go ahead.
Hey, Greedy, I'll be on this job for hours and won't say nothing, just listening.
Right.
Yeah, I understand I know how to blend. That's because I don't let shit get to me and shit. Like, I tell you, I be at work, I see every motherfucker and shit. Motherfucker be doing all types of shit, saying all types of shit, but it don't be a disrespect to me, but it be a reminder to me about how everybody is not conscious as me or everybody don't think like me and shit. So I understand how to blend and not get into altercations with people all the time and not, being able to pick my battles wisely or pick the right time to kind of correct somebody on something or some shit like that. And, just instead of just always blowing up a spot, being a killjoy and shit, saying things at the wrong time and upset people and stuff, it's ways you go about that shit and it comes with experience and shit of you knowing people, knowing how people are, knowing yourself, you know what I'm saying? So it's not about a motherfucker being soft or someone being scared or running away from the scrutiny or don't want to be exposed. This all the shit you be hearing motherfuckers talking about and shit. Motherfuckers be calling people agents. Man, all types of shit you be hearing this shit, man. This shit be disrespectful and shit, and it leads to people and shit wanting to motherfucker go from a YouTube bill to meeting up in real life and shit to crack some my head open. Shit. Some crazy shit, man.
Peace, peace. Your sound.
Peace, sister. How you doing?
Oh, it was so quiet. Is everything okay?
Now, I walked away for a minute. He probably dropped offline. I didn't want to interrupt him. How your day
Oh.
going today, sister?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good, OG. OG, stop stealing, man.
Yes, ma'am. I just don't like to do a lot of. I'm not a talker.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? I don't mind listening. We got two ears. I love listening and learning stuff from everybody.
Well, I'm gonna just keep talking. Maybe he'll come back on. I just really
Yeah,
came
he'll
up
come
here.
back on.
Yeah, I
I'm
just
with you.
came up here real quick just to, just to kind of, because I was on the floor laughing, because it just don't make sense. Like, I just came to the community to learn. You know what I mean? I just got here literally a few months back. So for me, uh, I want to just be here. You know what I mean? I want to be a part of everything going on, but I don't want to insert myself in some things. You know what I mean? So now it's like we got to figure out because things are going good. We got to figure out what's going to happen, what's going to take place from here on out. Is this what it's going? I'm with Greedy on this thing. Is this what consciousness is? I I don't I'm like I said, I don't know anything about this lifestyle. So I came from the streets. I fought a lot, you know what I'm saying? I sold drugs, you name it. I mean, I didn't get locked up. I mean, I should have, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
But
ma'am.
I did a lot of street stuff. Like I grew up in the streets. Like I know what it is to be in that kind of situation. But you know, not only age will give you the wisdom to change, but when you wake up, to me it seems like it would be a mirror of yourself. So if I'm conscious, oh, is nobody hearing anything? I'm just yapping. Let me shut my mouth.
No, ma'am. You gave a good message. We hear you, and I hear you. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
oh,
And
okay.
now I hear you. I just didn't want to interrupt, sister. I was letting you do your thing.
No, I was looking at the chat. It said, yes, something about the sound, I guess. Is that what that is, Beast Mode?
Yes, it was momentarily, but you're clear now. So
Oh,
please
okay.
continue.
So you could actually hear everything I was saying?
Yes, ma'am.
I heard you.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am. I heard you
oh,
also.
okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Well, peace to you, Beast Mode.
Oh, peace to
Honor.
you.
Yeah,
I
Salute
peace,
to
honor
you.
y'all.
motherfucker, beast mode.
Yeah. I mean, I love it because y'all are giving some great it's a lot of great information coming out. I'm loving it. Like I'm amazed, I'm blown away. And each delivery is different, so of course it's going to hit differently, you know what I mean? um but if we could just get the information out to the people, and you can laugh and have a little good time along the way. I mean, laughter's healthy, you know what I mean? But it's the other energy that's like really draining us in the community, whether it be whoever, whatever you identify as. You know what I mean? I don't even want to call nothing out no more because just it's out of control. But to me, I'm just gonna say this and I'm gonna jump back. Consciousness to me is me looking at the mirror at myself and seeing what can I do to level myself up first. Because once I master me, then I can teach somebody else. But I can teach them from my heart. I can teach them out of love. I can teach them out of everything that is me. I am wisdom. I am powerful. I am a goddess. And I want other people to feel that as well. I'm going to fall back. I love y'all.
Love you too, sister.
Love you too.
Go ahead, my brother Beast Mode.
Hey, that was powerful. That was it. And Greedy, he said, his sentiments, and I hope that it found a place to register, hopefully inwardly versus outwardly. But I guess I'll be the first to say that I have allowed people to take me off of my square. And honestly, the right and wrong, you know, it's one thing to have a difference of opinion or thought process or experience. Just the disrespect when it comes to that. I guess that's where my line is drawn. But I try to be the example that I want to see, and I'm still trying. I'm not perfect. I haven't perfected it. Greedy also had made a statement about every battle is not our particular battle, and the discipline and the self-respect. Uh, that's what's, I guess, to me, that's the more disturbing factor, if you will, because when it gets to that area, I just feel like, well, if you can't love yourself, or i.e. respect yourself, you know what I'm saying, that at the ends I can never expect for you to respect me or my position. You know what I'm saying? So some of it is patience. Some of it I think is done intentionally, you know, uh to cause disruption. Um but at best, just like you said, Philly, I'm a student at best. A wise man knows that he knows nothing at all. So, you know, but I am willing to be whatever piece of steel that I am, so we can sharpen each other, so we can actually go after the true enemy, or the true oppressors, or and make sure that our futures have the brightest and the greatest and the wholesomest generations to come forward. But I'm not depending on them to fight the fight. I'm gonna fight the fight for them to ensure that that happens. And again, I'm still in training. But salute to the guys, the goddess, the panel, the chat. All homage to the ancestors. All praises to the Most High. Thank you.
Much respect, my brother. Go ahead, Greedy.
Yeah, my bad. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Oh yeah, my bad. I was having some difficulties over here. What the fuck going on? But yeah, peace to you, Beast Mode, Sister Teo.
Yeah, we held it down for you, brother.
Peace, Greedy.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I just wanted to tap in and shit. Y'all know I usually open up the panel and we go hard and shit, man, respectfully, but I just wanted to tap in on this one and shit, man. Somebody had to say something about it. I wanted to do it in a way and shit. I just wanted to give a message. I wanted to speak from your cousin or your uncle or your brother's point of view. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to just personally and shit just disrespect somebody and shit, or get people spiritually ass hurt. You know what I'm saying? And mentally disturbed and all that shit, and feeling some type of way and shit. But, they do. Right. View this and shit, they'll kind of see where I'm coming from and shit. Like this, it got to be a change in your life and shit. You can't be banging and shit on your brothers if you're trying to teach them something. Yeah. I was gonna say, is there such a thing, conscious thug?
I don't know nothing about that. Because when I'm in fight mode, I'm in fight mode. You know, it's like
Absolutely.
it don't make sense. It's like oil and water.
Right.
Come on.
And you're really supposed to have it in you. Ain't like you're just supposed to be vulnerable and gullible or some shit like that. But that energy should be directed towards the beast. Should be directed towards, the real fucking enemy.
The real enemy. Yeah.
And that's who I be trying to channel mine against. I don't want it to go against another fucking person that's just like me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say what I do, but a lot of people don't like what I say because I'm hitting on all points. And I ain't pointing nobody out. That's why I can go around anywhere and they respect. You know what I mean? They like, oh, gee, he on that anti-government shit. He on that anti-religion shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But you know what? I don't have no problem with cutting people off. I never have, and I don't believe I don't want to use the word believe. I don't see myself ever keeping company that will pull my energy, drain me. I just don't see that. You know what I mean? I will cut you to the white meat, and I don't care how kin and closer kin we are. If I have to let you go, I have to. It's just facts. I have to protect my own power, my own energy. You know what I mean? And I don't have a whole lot of energy to just let somebody else take mine. You're not taking my energy.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But I know I just want to thank you, Greedy. I knew you was gonna bring some fire tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I just love y'all. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, weed out what you gotta weed out, because we need y'all. We need y'all. You know what I mean?
Appreciate the time.
Peace and love to y'all. I honor y'all.
Yep.
I'm
much
gonna jump
respect,
off.
sister. Much
I'm gonna jump off and get in the chat.
Much respect and much love, sister.
Thank you so much.
Peace and
Thank
respect.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, it ain't really about not knowing shit though. Just just hope they get it together somehow. Like I think you gotta choose and shit. Like that's what I feel about it. In my own opinion and shit, I don't think that you can possibly and shit be thinking that you're teaching someone or think that the viewers looking on can be taking you serious when it comes to your teaching if you're on the back end and have other dialogues and shit, in real time. It ain't like it's some shit where someone's talking about, oh man, that was me 5 years ago. That's how I used to be in the past. It ain't like, we're talking about shit within the same week span and shit. I just, put some shit out and shit talking about Kenan, or he talking about this, he talking about the Mac, he talk, all types of shit. Then you see him and shit on 2 streams later and shit, and he talking about how some niggas a bitch ass nigga and shit, and I damn to pull up and shit. And motherfucker, all this shit, like, god damn. So it makes me question this shit, like, how serious was you with the teaching and shit? Is all this shit for the entertainment? you know what I'm saying, B Smoke?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I also believe that some people got their rites of passage through other people's experience. Everyone hasn't actually made it through the gauntlet course. They haven't even looked into that mirror per se. They probably glanced in it, but they never really seen corrections that needed to be made, or looked at those skeletons that's in that closet, the self-destruction mechanism. And again, no one is, I don't believe that anyone, but speaking from just self, I'm not at the completion of that myself. I do that on a daily basis, right? I have to remind myself that I am imperfect, right? I may be a God, but I still have flaws just like the next person. I still have moments where I don't practice discipline. I do have moments where I don't have patience, right? But I try to reach for honor, right?
Right.
My godship, as me being a god, right? I I look at the mirror because I look at my brothers and I look at my sisters, and I give them what I want them to give to me, which is the honor. So I don't have to come down off of my platform, right? Or off my throne, right? Just because somebody is pulling at my garments, right? And that's where the discipline comes in. You was talking about that earlier within the week, greedy. And I think that's the biggest factor, you know, um, versus, to be a good leader, right? You must first know how to follow and the principles that come along with that. You
Hmm.
know, I'm reaching. I'm reaching, and honestly, I feel like I'm pressed against time myself in my own reality because I want to see it in abundance, right? I want to see multiple of my people to share and enjoy the same frequency. Like there's an enjoyment being on this side of the mirror,
Hmm.
right? Right. That energy of being upset and hostile and compatible, or excuse me, compatible and fighting everything and this that. Your chakras, right? Your chakras low vibration, right? And then, especially when you think about the elders and when you think about the children, right? That's where I think the respect needs to be granted first,
Hmm.
right? Right? Because the elders, they have paid their dues, right? And when I say elders, I'm not talking about somebody 80 years old. I am including them, but I'm talking about anything that's older than you, right?
Hmm.
And I'm talking about anything that's younger than you,
Hmm.
right? And when we stop putting all of these extra levels on stuff and just treat others the way we would like to be treated, right? Love hard, love hard. I rather see instead of that rah spirit that we have towards one another. I would rather see that, like you said, greedy, when we see an injustices being perpetrated against one of our sisters, or when we see that same injustices being perpetrated against one of our youth or our
Right.
elders or ourselves,
Right.
right? I would like to see that same type of energy going that way
Hmm.
versus attacking each other. But I relinquish.
Yeah. Hell yeah, bro. I I I thought about that shit all the time. The shit, Beast Mode. Like, damn, the same energy and shit, man, that brothers be having and shit, man, when it comes to getting ready to go pull a move. Go be getting ready to go on a mission and shit, you know what I'm saying? Get ready to go do these niggas out the game, you know what I'm saying? They'll never have that energy and shit when you see the motherfucking police come through and shit and beat the shit out of somebody and shit on the block. Or you see a motherfucker anything, planting false evidence on your peoples and shit, getting them to do motherfucker 30, 40 years and shit. Okay, where's the justice for your peoples and shit? But you'll get the justice for your homies over a motherfucking Kia Coke. You'll get the justice over your mans and them shit over a couple pounds of weed and shit, or somebody disrespected you, your baby mom, all that shit. You go get
Absolutely.
some justice. You know what I'm saying? And then I see we still carrying that same energy and shit over into the information world, into the conscious community, and motherfuckers getting to a simple agree to disagree over information. And here comes the disrespect, and now motherfuckers ready to meet up in real life in real time to
Go to
kill
war.
something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And greedy. It fucked me up because motherfucker called me an agent. I've been said I don't fuck with this government. Fuck this government. How am I a fucking agent? Because I served in the army 25 fucking years ago. But
Yeah,
I
that's a
woke up
term.
and said, I'm sorry I served. And now I'm telling my people the truth.
Mm-hmm.
How am I an agent? You know what I mean? And I help people. I reach out to people. How am I a fucking agent?
That's what
I
I was
must
saying.
be an agent for the good people, for the good.
There it is.
And motherfuckers don't like it. But like you've been messing with, I'm coming to your channel for a minute. When have I ever got into something like that with anybody, man?
That word has been slung around so loosely.
Beast Mode got, upset because I cut him off a couple times and was telling him about the book, but he never told me, he said, fuck you, Leonardo, or fuck you, OG, go to hell. He never said it. And I never said it to him out of respect.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Maybe, kind of what Sister Soul was talking about last night, and a few of them on the panel and shit, how that's how I understand the energy being transferred and shit, how someone can take you there and shit, how they can raise their energy or come in with some bad energy and shit and can take you there and shit, but you have to feed into that energy. You have to give into it and shit. You have to accept that energy basically into your circumference of energy in order for it to take you there. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I said, where does the change come in with consciousness? If you how are you that smart, when it comes to all this information, all